morning, YouTube family. This is April 27th. Yes, I'm far behind and out of breath, but better late than never. So I'm out here today in my garden. As you can see, I mean, it's an okay size for a residential area. Not too big, not too small. I would like for it to get bigger one day, but you work with what you got. I'm just talking about what I'm doing today to get my garden prepared for the plants to go in. As you see them right there, they're looking at their future home, desiring to be put in place, desiring to be rooted and permanent. And I'm gonna do that today, mainly because it's gonna be raining for the next few days, and I would like the plants to be able to use God's gift of rain to more easily establish themselves. So I got to get this done today by 11 o'clock. The forecast says that's when it's going to start raining. It's very misty out here. It feels good. It's a good day to be working. So anyway, back to the garden. Me and my husband got some black mulch for around our yard when it was on sale at one of the big box stores for $5 for $10. We got to get quite a few bags. So my bright idea was we're going to put the bags in here on top of my garden, because I really didn't pay that much attention to it over the winter. It had a lot of weeds and stuff. So I was like, we'll put it on top for a week. It'll kill most of the weeds. It might do a little bit of compression to the dirt, but that's okay. I normally mix in a little bit of compost and peat moss and stuff in anyway, so it'll loosen back up. I think it worked pretty good. The whole thing was covered, except for this area. I put my mulch right here, but the whole thing was covered with bags of mulch. And as you can see, there's really no green. I'm removing all these bags and taking them to another location closer to where they'll be used. And I'm going to move some of the areas, like this area that has still a lot of mulch. I'm going to kind of move that back some, so I can mix in some of this compost and manure and some peat moss that I have over here. I'm gonna mix a little bit of that in, put my plants in, and then I'll put the mulch back on top. And I got a few more bags of mulch to mulch around it. That's the plan for today. This area right here, I think there was something else right here. I was putting dirt from old pots right here, and I just spread it around, and I put some bush beans in here maybe about 5 days ago. They haven't started coming up yet, but that's what's going on right here. I put a few pole, and then I have I think I put 4 pole beans to each trellis or tomato cage, and I think I put like 9 bush bean right here. I kind of don't want to mulch it until the plants start coming up, so I'll know, where not to put the mulch. So that's that. Also, when I removed the bag of mulch that was right there, there was a big, smooth, red-headed lizard under there. I'm debating on whether I'm just going to let the lizard have the garden or not, but I'm trying to be courageous. It ran right between there, which is dangerously close to my plants. So I got a feeling I might have to encounter it again a few times today before I get done. Pray for me, y'all. Just pray for me. All right, I'll bring y'all back when I'm done planting everything in. So y'all, every time I walk away from the garden, I'm trying to get it so y'all can see. This little bird comes, and this little bird is taking advantage of all the little bugs that I am uncovering when I remove a bag of mulch. And when I come back, the little bird flies away. And when I leave, the little bird comes back. And I've noticed in observing nature that there's always something for us to learn. Persistence. This bird persistently comes back every time I leave, taking advantage of an opportunity that God gives you. There's so many bugs on the surface right here that was just seeking seeking refuge underneath the bags of mulch. This is an opportunity for this bird, and this bird is paying attention. And this bird is gonna have a full belly by the time I get done, I get back in here to plant these plants. You know, and also just having the thought of how creation comes full circle. Some bugs are good for your plants, a lot of them aren't. Then you got the lizard that wants to eat the bugs. You got the birds that want to eat the bugs. You got the plants that need some of the bugs to be removed in order for them to thrive so that they can feed my family. It's just the ecosystem, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's so amazing to think about. Anyway, that was just something I wanted to throw in here. This little persistent bird, and who knows, that might be a mama bird that's taking those bugs back to her nest to feed her babies. It's just amazing. All right, y'all, I'm done for the day, and it ain't rained yet. So I'm gonna water these plants in myself, because I don't know, this little drizzle that we're having is not really doing anything. So I'll show you this side first, because I ran out of mulch. I'm gonna have to get probably 2 more bags of mulch for over here. But as I cleared the bags out, I used my hoe to scrape up the old mulch, because, you know, I've read and watched videos that it's not really good to work in the old mulch with your dirts. Something about it stealing the nitrogen from the soil. So I scraped up the old mulch. Actually, this is it right here. I'll probably put it in that spot, back in that spot. Just, I think it'd be better than just having dirt. And then I probably only have to get 1 bag of fresh mulch, because I like how this looks compared to how that looks. But I did put one of the buckets of old mulch right here in this area. You can see it right there. And then I covered it over with a thin layer of new mulch so it will look fresh. I put a mixture of compost, peat moss, and perlite on top of all the areas. Put some marigolds here and there. Hopefully that helps. One of my neighbors is doing a retention wall. Y'all can probably hear that. Hopefully that helps keep the squash bugs off. I have squash bugs every year. I've tried to come out here and get the eggs off. I've tried, you know, taking the squash bugs out once I realize they're in there. Nothing has really worked so far. So I think this year what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do all those things as well. Be proactive. The marigolds and checking for eggs and all that stuff. But I'm also going to do a second round of crops for my squash and zucchini this year. I've seen somewhere that after June, they don't, you don't have to worry about them anymore. So I might start another crop. So I only got 1 zucchini and 2 squash, because I already know what's going to happen. It'd be great if it didn't, but you know, I gotta go with what history shows me. Okay, there's also 2 little baby bell pepper plants. I had so many bell peppers come up that I had to just find places to put them. These right here are Tam Jalapeno mild peppers. 2 cucumber plants back there that I need to get the cage for. I'm just gonna use tomato cages. And those are doing good. They already have some little tendrils coming out trying to grab something. So those look pretty good. We'll keep on going around the bend. These are some more jalapeno peppers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got an overabundance of peppers this year, y'all. I think it's because last year the rabbits ate all my peppers down to the ground, and this year I just went overboard. We don't even eat peppers like that, but hopefully we'll have a lot. Back there in the back are 4 okra plants going across. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back there I sowed a few zinnias. I don't really like zinnia. They grow too large They drop too many seeds. They have too many volunteers the next year, but they're good for my garden. So I sowed some back there. We'll see. Figure back in the corner is better because it doesn't really matter that they're tall and that they drop volunteers, because they'll be back in the corner. And the way I designed this raised bed, I didn't really think about the fact that the corners would be very difficult to get to, because from this corner to that corner is way more than 4 feet. So either I'm gonna have to put a stepping stone in the middle, probably right here, so that I can get whatever's back there, or I need to put something back there that I don't have to really do much with. So flowers would probably be a good option for back there. So we're gonna try that this year. Right here I got some peppers in the front. 1, 2, 3. Some of them are so small I can't really see them. But I have several pepper plants. I don't remember the variety. Sunbright bell peppers. And pretty and something pepper. I can't see that, tags in the ground. Bell peppers, jalapeno peppers. Those two in the green cages are Roma tomatoes. These two in the purple cages are heirloom Brandywine. Brandywine heirloom tomatoes back there in the corner. Behind those I sowed some more zinnias. We'll see how they do. And I know I need to rinse off my tomato leaves because they got quite a bit of dirt on them, and tomatoes don't really like that. It makes them susceptible to disease. So I'm going to rinse that dirt off, but I want to make sure I got the mulch under them first so that more dirt doesn't splash up from the bottom and get on them and cause them to have disease. So I'm going to make sure I rinse those off good when I water them in. These 3 are cherry tomatoes. I got a lot of cherry tomatoes this year. I gave away quite a few. My mom has some, and another dear lady I know, I gave some to her. So hopefully everybody gets plenty of tomatoes this year. And then right here in the front we got several more bell peppers. I think these are Sunbright. Oh, they're still Sunbrights. What's this over here? Oh, jalapeno pepper. So I got, you see that little baby right there, and that one right there. Those are jalapenos. That's a Sunbright. That's where the Sunbrights start, and they go all the way around. I mean, I got a lot of those. And then this little one right here is another jalapeno pepper. I had quite a few of those, so I just went and sprinkled them in several different places. So we'll see how it all goes. And of course y'all already know I got my beans here. I told y'all that earlier. So we'll see how all this goes. I still have my watermelon plants that I got to figure out where I'm going to put and what I'm going to do with them. I really want to utilize them because most of my watermelons dampened off this year. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe where I started my seeds was too cold. So these are plain old watermelons, and this is a plain, oh, this is a sugar baby right here. And what is this? Oh, these are 2 sugar babies. I thought that was the opposite. Most of my sugar babies dampened off, but when I repotted them into these cups, I got a few extras, like right there. So anyway, I got 4 watermelon plants. I normally put them close to my house where my faucet comes out, but today I saw a rabbit over there, and that part's not fenced in yet, so I don't know if I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all. I gotta figure it out. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. I didn't really ever have any problems with the rabbits eating my vegetables until last year, even though we always had rabbits here in our yard. So I don't know if maybe they just didn't discover it till last year, but anyway, here we go. Hopefully we'll get a good yield this year. And once I figure out where I put my watermelons, I'll let you guys know. Take care. Have a wonderful and prosperous day. And don't be afraid to try to grow something. Nothing bad can come out of it, but a lot of good can. Take care.